Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about how folks in the community can get involved with Special Olympics here at Troy. And my guest today is Dean of Students, Herb Reeves. But for the purpose of this, organizer for Special Olympics here at Troy. And it's here, it's 11th year, is that right?
11th year, yes, correct.
All right, well, first off, we'll talk about how folks can get involved later. But let's talk about the Special Olympics just from the get-go, because a lot of people are familiar with Special Olympics. But talk about Troy and the event that's going on here at Troy.
Well, Troy is certainly the host site for the state Special Olympic Games, and this is a qualifier for national games. There, a lot of the athletes that will be coming this year will be qualifying for the 2018 national games. So it's a big year. Probably will have an increase in the number of athletes that will be here, but we host about 10 competitions here, and as you said, this is our 11th year. But they kick off on Friday, May the 19th, with the torch run by local law enforcement across the state. And then, of course, the opening ceremony is on Friday night. And then Saturday is a full day of competition. Everything from track and field to softball to bocce to bowling, cycling, baseball, you name it. There's a sport that a lot of these athletes participate in. It's also an opportunity for them to come to Troy. We have an event called Healthy Athletes, where we have physicians that will check their hearing, their eyesight, as well as we have several folks that come down from School of Dentistry, and we'll work with the athletes to help them with being a healthy athlete throughout the thing. And then they have Olympic Town, which is an opportunity for them when they're not competing to get out of the heat and enjoy themselves a little bit. And then all of that culminates Saturday night with the victory dance after the competitions are over, and then the closing ceremonies on Sunday morning. And we always do an exhibition baseball game on Sunday morning for the baseball team. So there's a number of events. It's a packed weekend with activities, especially Saturday. And there's a number of opportunities for people to get involved.
And of course, and for any spectators to come and watch these athletes in action, because it's a fun and invigorating experience. I've attended a couple in the past, and seeing these athletes do what they do is an amazing experience.
Well, we certainly encourage everybody in the community to come, just cheer them on, just to if they've never been to a Special Olympics event before, to come to the event, and but certainly to cheer the athletes on and encourage them. Saturday night with the victory dance, we have Scott Bruce returning. He is a tribute artist to Elvis, and the athletes really enjoy that. But that event is open to the public if they want to come and listen to Scott perform. He performs for about 2 hours during the victory dance. So there's opportunities to come to the opening ceremonies. There's opportunities to come to the victory dance. Certainly the closing ceremonies. Sometimes is a little somber occasion because we do remember those athletes that we've lost over the past year. So, whether you volunteer, whether you just come and you're an encourager or just a spectator, we certainly encourage everyone to come out.
And you mentioned that volunteers, and you are looking for volunteers because there's a lot of opportunities to volunteer at this event.
Yes, we need somewhere in the neighborhood of 200, 250 volunteers. Every event that we host, we need volunteers for. While the teams bring coaches and chaperones, we have certain things that we need to do and have to do to make the event successful, from simply being a banner carrier for a delegation, to helping get the athletes seated at the opening ceremonies, to helping with track and field, to assisting with bowling or meals or whatever it may be on Saturday, to just coming to the victory dance and helping out there.
And you don't have to be an athlete or know anything about sports to help out.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anybody that would like to volunteer, we will provide you the the information that you may need. There'll be volunteers that will probably have been there for the last 10 years. We have a lot of people that have volunteered every year, but we can use anyone and everyone, young adults or children. We welcome them as long as they come with a parent or an older adult person. But we have got jobs for everybody that is interested in
to do it. And of course, there are events in Montgomery and Dothan. So if there's any viewers that are in Montgomery and Dothan, there are opportunities that they could stay in their hometown and still help out.
Absolutely. The bowling is in Montgomery and cycling is in Dothan. We just ask them to still fill out the volunteer form. We will send their volunteer shirt and credentials to them on the buses that travel on Saturday morning. But they can stay, like I say, stay in Montgomery, as you said, in Montgomery, or stay in Dothan and help with those events there.
All right, and if anyone wants to volunteer, how can they volunteer?
They can, we send out an all users email to the Troy faculty, staff, and students, but they can also email us at specialolympics@troy.edu.
All right, and is there a cutoff for volunteer registration?
Absolutely not. We'll take people up to the Friday that we start. We ask people to go ahead and get them to us so we can kind of see if we have an area that we need to supplement or add some staff to, but we will take anybody that wants to volunteer, and even if you decide Saturday morning to get up and come over and volunteer, we'll be glad to let you participate.
Good luck getting some volunteers, and good luck with this year's event. Always a big event and a fun, exciting time for Troy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, and thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.